Hello, everyone. Sorry it's late. Just want to get this out of the way before anyone else does, which I'm sure they are. Who do we have in the room today? I'm sure I have my regulars in the room. Nothing new there. I have so much stuff. This is surprising. I'm not sure if it's old news or new news. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. Okay, again, sorry to catch you on this Monday night. I'm trying to make it brief. I'm trying to make it, go fast. You guys can watch on your lunch break or whenever later. I really don't care. Hear me out. This is pretty juicy, and I am shocked, and I may have to stand corrected about the whole situation here. Again, hello everyone. My name is Keisha. For those who are new to the show, and welcome to my live show. Now, today we'll be discussing the heartbreaking news about the alleged details of Kim's Porter's tell-all book. Since some of you think I'm obsessed with Beyonce, I might as well capitalize on the crap, okay? So forget it. Since what I have to tell you guys is so far-fetched that I didn't even think of myself. And I'm supposed to be the Beyonce whisperer around here. It's not my fault people keep bringing me news about this woman. Okay? I don't look for it. People keep sending it to me. It's crazy. Fucking hey. I was just watching a beautiful, beautiful history show on this guy's channel, WF. And he and I are seriously in sync on a lot of subjects. I was just watching something about simulation. I was like, interesting. And then before then, I was looking and watching more information about Anunnaki. And then before that, I was looking at more information about biblical and the Holy Grail. I mean, you know me, I'm a history buff. And then all of a sudden, I get a message about Beyonce. Okay, all right, here we go again. I might as well capitalize off this crap. Whatever, I don't care anymore. I mean, it's not like they won't do it. Now, we're going to dive into the connections, of course, between Combs and the Carters. Every time you bring up the Combs, Carters is always going to follow after. And the latest drama surrounding Lizzo. I don't know where we at with that latest stuff. I haven't really been following it, to be honest. It's possible that the Carters may have been involved in her recent drama, and they may have set her up. I don't know. Again, this is all alleged, and here's your warnings. Let me turn the volume up. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. A little bit more for you. A little bit more. Okay, here we go. Here's your next warning. Nobody's gonna be suing me. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Now today, let me just, because I don't think I'm going to be able to read your comments. I'm going to try to read your comments, but it might be hard for me to do it, so bear with me here, people. Oh, I have my tea. I'm seriously rushing through this. Oh, thank you, Detroit, Nap, Alicia, Mike. I'm not even sure who's here, because it's so laggy, and I don't know who's here. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Share, 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 my loves, okay? Now, it seems... First of all, Truth Seeker sent me this, a very dedicated Truth Seeker. Mwah, love you. About Porter and the violence with Diddy. You guys may have heard it. I'm not even sure. Okay, things from the late Kim Porter's never before seen autobiography. Remember, I was always a cynic. I didn't believe she was going to make autobiography about their violence. I swear, I thought it was about her kids, how to raise kids in Hollywood. I didn't think she was going to talk about the mouth that fed her. I didn't think she was that kind of woman, but you know what? People surprise me every day, okay? So, this is still alleged, and I'm still on the fence with it, but you know what? Maybe I may change my mind as time progress, okay? Now, apparently, some details have surfaced about Kim Porter's never-before-seen autobiography that apparently have been found. Now, if you remember, Kim was said to have been writing autobiography before she died. Many people thought she might have been killed because of what was in the book, which led to many theories about how she died. Now, Radar Online got a flash drive, apparently, that they say belonged to Kim from someone very close to her. It had a 40-page paper inside that made some claims about Diddy that didn't come as a surprise after what we learned about him lately, with Cassie in the video and all that stuff. Now, one of the parts talk about how Diddy is said to have been very possessive of Kim. We heard about him having cameras in her car, in her house, and always having her followed, and she couldn't see anyone. That's why you never saw her date anyone. She was a beautiful young lady, but she was always single. I always thought that was strange, too. I just thought she was just too busy raising her kids. But you know what? That could have been a reason. Apparently she had to go to the hospital because she said she was hit so hard with a chair, whereas he got angry because someone sent her flowers, which was the start of everything. So some man sent her flowers and Diddy hit her really hard with a chair. Yeah. And that was pretty much the start of a whole bunch of crazy violence. The paper says Kim was shocked because she thought the messages were from him, like the flowers and everything. She thought the flowers were from Diddy. And then the paper says, I'm just going to go ahead and read verbatim from the blog. And we just go from there. So hold on for a second, my loves. We're just going to go read from the blog here. Is this it? Okay, here it is. Okay, so here's the blog right here. Told you guys I'm not even prepared. We're seriously going just freestyling at this moment. Now, as you can see, Diddy's ex accuses him of abuse from beyond the grave. Radar reveals explosive contents of Kim Porter's never, I can't even speak tonight. This is crazy. Never before seen memoir. He hit me with a chair. That's what it says. As you can see here, July 29th, published 5:10 Eastern Standard Time. So it was literally published, an hour ago. I'm not sure what time it is where you got. Well, an hour ago for me. I don't know what Eastern Standard Time is. That like 2 hours? I don't really know. Anyway, but the point is, it was published tonight. Okay, so here's what it says. Okay, I should do the listen. Should we do the listen here? I want to see how this sounds. This could save me a lot of trouble. Let's see what this says. Listen to the article now. Power by. Let's see how it sounds.
Diddy's ex accuses him of abuse from beyond the grave. Radar reveals explosive contents of Kim Porter's never-before-seen memoir, He Hit Me With a Chair. By Radar staff. Diddy's late ex-girlfriend Kim Porter detailed the alleged abuse she suffered at the hands of the disgraced producer, who fathered 3 of her children, in a never-before-seen memoir. A source, whom wished to remain anonymous, provided the document to RadarOnline.com and said it was found on Porter's long-lost flash drive. It was given to the informant by someone very close to Kim and Diddy, and was written in the months leading up to her sudden death, the individual claimed. While we have unable to independently verify those claims, the 40-page manuscript, which we have reviewed, is filled with explosive anecdotes about the actress and model's time with the rapper, born Sean John Combs. In one chapter, Porter wrote about how the jealous rapper's short fuse made her walk on eggshells, and recalled one instance where he allegedly sent her to the hospital after brutally beating her with a chair. Porter was 47 years old when she died at her home in Los Angeles shortly before midnight on November 15, 2018. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner listed her manner of death as natural, and the cause as lobar pneumonia, a condition marked by inflammation and infection in the lungs. But unanswered questions surrounding her death have resurfaced as allegations of violent behavior stack up against Diddy, including by another one of his exes, Cassie Ventura, alongside a federal sex trafficking investigation. Users on social media have even suggested Porter's death may have been a move intended to prevent the release of the memoir she never finished, in which our source said she discussed Diddy's alleged involvement in the murder of Tupac Shakur. For his part, Combs addressed the Tupac conspiracy theory in 2008. In an interview with AllHipHop.com, he said, "This story is beyond ridiculous and completely false. Neither Biggie nor I had any knowledge of any attack before, during or after it happened. It is a complete lie to suggest that there was any involvement by Biggie or myself. There have never been any criminal charges, indictments, or convictions against Combs related to the claims. Porter's father told Rolling Stone he was disgusted by a hotel surveillance video from 2016, obtained by CNN, that showed the 54-year-old kicking and dragging Ventura. He said it made him wonder whether his daughter suffered similar abuse during her 13-year relationship with the music mogul. What's more, former Bad Boy rapper Mark Curry told the outlet of Porter's relationship with Diddy, "I remember Kim used to go through a lot of stuff. If you live around them, you get to see the toxic relationship. I think every relationship he had that I experienced around him was like that." Porter described the exchange that led to her hospital visit in the purported memoir obtained by RadarOnline.com, writing, "We were supposed to go out for dinner, but he was in a foul mood. Sean yelled, 'What the F?' I would have to walk on eggshells as I came out of the bathroom, but I found him holding flowers, so I smiled, 'You brought me flowers.' Sean yelled, 'No. So who the F are they from?' I was bewildered, and told him honestly, I don't know. Probably just a fan." He threw the attached card at me. I picked it up to read it. Sean, He slapped me so hard I hit the ground. Sean yelled, "Who the F were you with the other night?" I looked down at the card that was lying next to me, and it read, "The other night was amazing, we must do it again." According to the document, when she tried to explain, Combs threw the flowers at her and said, "That's not how this works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allow it."
Oh my.
She wrote. Diddy picked up my coffee mug and slammed it against the wall.
Oh my.
Coffee flew everywhere as he yelled, "Who the F this N think he is?" While desperately trying to calm him down, Porter insisted, "It was just coffee with the producer, it was nothing." She explained they met up to discuss, maybe me starring in another movie that he wants to produce. Sean exploded even more, "He wants to put the move on my F.ing family? At the top of his lungs and my F.ing family." He flipped the table over, breaking it. It was a heavy table, but Sean is stronger than he looks. I pleaded with him, "Sean, please." He yelled at me, "What?" I tried my best to calm him down, he probably didn't know. "It didn't come up. You're publicly dating someone else." "So?" He screamed at me, and it somehow seemed even more intense, "So, you didn't tell him back off?" And then out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that, until I woke up in a hospital room. According to the document, Porter said when she woke up in the hospital, my arm was in a cast, hanging from a sling. My face hurt. My eyebrow was in immense pain, as was my lip. As I came to, the first face I saw was of the man that put me here. Sean asked with concern in his voice, "How are you feeling?" I responded, "Stay away from me."
Oh,
Writing in the supposed manuscript.
Wow. That's what it is. And here is the documents right here, just in case some of you are like, "Oh, this is not true." Yes. These are the documents right here. Apparently of this. Wow. She was really writing a book? Oh my. Oh my. I'm telling you, I was not expecting this. Seriously. Now, according to other blog sources, she says Diddy was a boss and she wasn't cast in any movies, as you heard her say, because the director died of pneumonia, which was the same thing that killed Kim as well. So apparently the director that's supposed to have cast her in the movie also died of pneumonia. So in 2007, they broke up. Kim passed away in 2018. Unfortunately, may she rest in peace. Now, I know from personal experience that narcissistic people, well, honestly, the narcissists and people who abuse them have different personalities for each person they interact with. I mean, to the person or people they are abusing. So when you see Sean Combs on Ellen DeGeneres or whatever, and he's saying, "Oh, you know what? Abuse is not the good thing. Abuse is not this. Abuse is not that. Abuse is blah, 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 blah." And when he started using the phrase God, you know, he put God in his explanations, that means he's pretty much made himself a different character. You gotta understand, Sean Combs is an actor. So he is a different persona. He becomes a new character. So he's not himself. He seriously separated himself from his true self, and he becomes this fictitious character. So when he's on these shows and he's talking about, oh, Cassie was there for my dark times, he's not talking about himself. He's becoming a different character. And if you didn't hear in one of, I believe it was Rodney's, that's his name, right? Rodney Jones, I believe that's that guy's name, who filed that lawsuit against him, where he said in his claim, I believe it was the new claim that he came out with that had more pictures and stuff on there. I may have talked about it. He said, and I think I mentioned this about TD Jakes, where when he was talking about TD Jakes, he was like, TD Jakes, we were in the gym and we was watching TD Jakes, and I thought he was trying to get a word, but it turns out he was not trying to get a word. He was trying to memorize TD Jakes' mannerisms. So when he's describing something, he's trying to be passionate, he becomes a kind of like a fictitious character of TD Jakes. So Sean Combs have different personas. So he is definitely either suffering from serious bipolar and some other craps. He's a sociopath. He's a compulsive liar. So he's literally a notorious compulsive liar. You can't believe anything he say. When he's apologizing, he's becoming another character. When he's abusing people, he's apparently a monster. But when he's on shows, he has to be the doting, caring father, boyfriend, whatever. He's seriously a man with different personalities. Okay? So you have to be really careful with true narcissists and sociopaths and actors like himself are, because you don't know who they are. They can become whatever they want to be. Okay? People say, oh, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy to you. But I'm sure to other people, he was a monster or sex fiend or whatever. You know, so that's the interacting that I'm getting from this man. I feel like I'm going through the precipice of so much darkness right now. It's ridiculous. And what's really ironic, he's still free. So now we know, and my condolences goes out to Kim Porter's children, her family. He was beating this woman. And I knew he was because she showed signs of it. And I'm not even done yet. You guys think, okay, that's all you have for me, Keisha? No, I don't. That's not all I have. No. But it definitely kind of give me mirror images of what Cassie had to do to numb all of this overprotectiveness and overpossessiveness, and can't move on, can't date this, can't get gigs, can't do that, because this man is controlling my entire life. Now, I did hear rumors back in the day that he was abusive and they used to have these really violent arguments. That stuff did get leaked back in the day. I think Wendy Williams used to talk about it until he got mad and told her, like, you keep talking about me, I'm going to go ahead and da-da-da-da-da. And he did. He got her fired and damn near blacklisted. Okay? When Ellen DeGeneres started acting, saying, I don't like men who beat women, and I know about your parties, Sean Combs. When she started bringing him on the show, trying to oust him, because that's what she does. She's an Aquarius. We send you signs. We don't blatantly say it. We just give you signs. And what happens? You hear this huge scandal fall in her lap, and her whole entire show get canceled. People think, oh, she's part of this, she's part of that. She wasn't part of that. Ellen DeGeneres is not part of it at all. She tried to reveal the people who were part of it. But you guys put her in it. She was trying to reveal it. Even with the pieces that she delivered at the awards program, she was handing out pieces to people who was a part of the Pizzagate. But you guys thought she was just being a part of it. She was showing you who was part of it. So you guys missed the signs. Seriously. For real. The only person who's praising that guy death is the dancer who was mysteriously dead in his hotel room. It was told that Sean Combs was a part of that as well. I don't know what that was all about, but just saying. And it was a huge freaking cover-up. But whatever. I'm sure that's going to come out in the woodworks eventually. But all I'm saying is that we need to stop and listen and pay attention. Now, Kim Porter was a heavy cigarette smoker. Okay, it was even told back in the day she used to do cocaine. I didn't know if that was true or not. I'm sure she got off of it apparently. I don't really know. That was just a rumor that was floating around the streets back in the day. Okay, along with the abuse and how protective Sean Combs was and all his little freak offs, that was floating around before it eventually came out in the streets back in the day. Okay, now, as I was saying, people who abuse people, they have different personalities for each person they interact with. To the person or people they are abusing, they are monsters because that's who they really are. But to other people, they are the nicest, the most caring and helpful people because that's just a mask they wear to hide who they truly, really are. Again, my condolences for the kids. I mean, after that videotape came out, as you just saw, as I just read, her dad was wondering if he inflicted abuse against Kim Porter. And I knew he did, but I just didn't want to believe it. But some women are good at masking and hiding that stuff, just like old women who be married to these men for dozens of years, and turns out her husband beat her for decades, but she never told the kids. The kids never knew that their father was a freaking woman beater. She hid it from the kids until after he was dead, and then she revealed, your dad was a monster. He's been beating me for years. All those bruises you saw was not me being clumsy. It was him beating me. See, you just don't know things like this. Seriously, turns out the reason she passed away because he choked her, he drugged her, or whatever, because she found out he cheated. So she had all these little health problems because he was slowly killing her. I mean, I don't really know. The point of the matter is we don't know who you're married to or who you're with because people lie. I know he deleted all his social media. I know. He's trying to start over and do this whole, because the man is a sociopath. He has a seriously bipolar, multiple personality kind of thing. He goes into his different personality. That's why he keeps changing his name. You know, but there's more news as well that I want to bring up. So here is something else that I wanted to bring up here. Okay. Now, this is something I heard and that I wanted to talk about, but I didn't think it was appropriate time due to Kim Porter's death. So, just give you a fair warning before I start going into this. You may not like it, but it's the truth. So, yeah. Bear with me here, my truth seekers. Okay. Now, getting back to what I was saying. As you know, it has been an on and off rumor of Kim Porter using drugs. Not sure if it's true, but just listen to this. Okay? Yeah, I know. But just so you guys can see, do I show with the document before I get into other rumors I heard about her doing drugs and stuff? Here is the little document here, as you saw on that website. There it is, right there. Okay. Now, for this particular story right here, it was a claim that was pretty much filed in 2013. It was pertaining her nanny, apparently back in 2013. Okay, remember she broke up with him around 2007, which I thought was weird, but anyway, she broke up with him, but apparently they got back together. Okay, I'm not even sure of the time frame. I really do not care at this moment. That's really not the point of this entire story. Okay? The point of this entire story is it was an on and off rumor of Kim Porter using drugs. Not sure if it's true, but listen to this. Okay? Here's what the rumor is. Here's what the rumor alleged file that was filed back in 2013 that many people probably don't even freaking remember. Okay, it says this. What makes these claims pretty bad is that the nanny is saying that Kim participated in above said drugs, which is cocaine, while her daughters were in the home. In fact, Dawn says that at that point, while driving the kids to school, and I heard about this at the time, she peeped that the girls were covered in a white powdery substance. Now, how did that happen? Miss Nanny says that apparently the girls had gotten into a bag containing the powder. I think you guys probably remember this, and they said it was flour for, she had to take donuts or something to the kids' school or whatever the case may be. But it says here that the girls had got into a bag containing the powder along with clear capsules filled with another powdery substance in a bag in the back seat. Now, Dawn claims she confronted Kim about it, and Kim said it was her medicine. Dawn was later fired last year, claiming Kim was verbally and violent and abusive. Like she was cussing her out and hitting her and stuff. Now, to make a long story short, the nanny has filed a case. This is back then. I'm not sure of the status. Maybe we'll find out about the end of this thing because we're freshly reading this together. Apparently, the nanny filed a case seeking unspecified damages. No comment yet from where Kim, of course, she never commented on this. Now, there are some pretty disturbing accusations that have been released about Kim Porter, the mother of, Diddy's twin girls, the Leela Star and Jesse James. TMZ reports that the former nanny, has serious claims about the former model, And apparently, it says Dawn worked for Kim for about a year, from 2011 to 2012. She alleges that Kim was a heavy weed smoker, chain smoking, nonstop in her home. Now, that is a fact. Kim was a heavy smoker. She was. That part is not lying. She did smoke a lot of cigarettes. You can look online. You can actually Google or Bing Kim smoking, and you see her smoking cigarettes. She was a heavy weed smoker and a heavy cigarette smoker. That is a fact. I don't know what was in those cigarettes and whatever blunts. I'm not sure what they do nowadays. They do blunts. Hey, who smoke weed in here? How do you smoke weed? And this is not for real. You guys think I'm bullcrapping. I don't know. Okay, do they put it in blunts? Or do they do back in the day where they put it in those little white paper things? I don't really know. I know y'all know. Nat, Mike, y'all know. Hell, how do people smoke weed nowadays? Can y'all sound off in the comment section? Because I really don't know. How is it done? Let me know in the comment section because I don't know. I don't hang around people that smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any drugs. I don't take pills, aspirin, nothing. I just deal with the pain. So those 2 days of death that I mentioned in my journal, I deal with it raw. I'm not trying to get anything to numb my pain. I want to feel. Even when I was in labor with my daughter, I didn't take any pills either or nothing. So let me know in the comment section, how do people smoke weed nowadays? I'm just curious on what they do because I really don't know how they smoke weed. So anyway, she also claims that Kim used cocaine as well. What makes these claims pretty bad is that the nanny is saying that Kim participated in blah, 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 blah. And moving right along here. Now, it says here, while her daughters were in her own, we heard blah, 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 blah. And she said, in fact, Dawn says that at one point, while driving, she peeped the girls were covered in blah, 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 blah. And she said it was a bad container, blah, 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 blah. And then she said she confronted Kim, and she said it was medicine. And there was no comment and all of those things you can see right there. Now, these claims about Kim being caught with this white powdery substance and these capsules, the same capsules I'm assuming Cassie, but not Cassie, but that dude, Rod, what the hell his name is? I forgot his name, honestly. Who claimed that he knew about that Sean Combs apparently have his drug carriers or whatever carry the capsules with cocaine or ecstasy or whatever he have with it. I have no idea. But apparently, this was going on before he met Cassie. And maybe when Kim left, he needed another Kim. So he got Cassie to do it, someone more younger, someone more controlling, She was 19, so was able to mold her into whatever. Again, father figure, boss, whatever. So maybe that's probably why he got with Cassie, because Kim she wasn't down with all that stuff anymore. She was like, I'm not doing it. And Kim was a lot older than Cassie. Maybe that's probably why. Okay, I know weed is not a drug, Nap, okay? But back in those days when Kim was doing her thing, it was a drug. I know it's not a drug, but I'm just saying, I don't know how it's done. I don't know, okay? I don't know. Okay, all I know is that on the street, Kim used to smoke weed, which I don't think is a bad thing, but we don't know if that weed was laced with cocaine. What is it called if it's laced with cocaine? I'm just curious. I mean, back in the day, it was called, I don't remember. It's been so long. Oh, Papers? What is Papers? I don't know what you're talking about now. You talking foreign to me right now. Okay, whatever. Point matter is, okay, the point is that we don't know if that, whatever, blunt Is it called blunt still? Do they still call it blunts or joints? What do they call it now? Well, who cares? The point of the matter is, we don't know if that weed was laced with cocaine. We don't know. All we do know is that Kim is a heavy cigarette smoker. She was a chain smoker. You can look online, you see her having lunch, smoking her cigarettes. She loved the cigs, okay? It is what it is. I don't know if she did drugs or not. I have no idea. Maybe she got off of them toward the end of her life, unfortunately. I don't know. The point of the matter is, there was rumors about these things. We know Sean Combs did it for years. Could it have been that also Kim may have done it on the side? Or was she just holding it for Sean Combs? Maybe it was a bag that he left in the car and the kids got a hold to it. You know, he controlled everything this woman did. And I'm assuming the kids, this is back in 2013, so the kids was a lot younger. They probably was babies at the time. So I'm sure, you know, it was some probably cross luggage or something. Maybe it was left in the car by him. I don't really know. We don't know the backstory of this. I don't really know. But I did hear rumors on the street that she may have experimented in it. I don't really know. So don't give me the line. I'm going by this paper and not meant to disrespect her death. My condolences to her family and her children. But as we can see here, it's kind of been confirmed that yes, Sean Combs did beat Kim brutally. And that was one of the reasons she stopped seeing him. And yes, he did control her up until the day she died. And now it makes her death a lot more suspicious. Considering what she was about to write, he may have outed her. And, you know, like I told you, he don't do the brutal shooting anymore. They do other things now. So he may have done it that way. Allegedly. It won't be surprising. Rolling papers. What is rolling papers? I have no idea what you're talking about. You know, but let's move on to something else because I don't know what that means. Okay, now. We're going to move on to something else. Hey, Damon, how you doing? What it do? Okay, so here we're going to talk about Beyonce and Lizzo. Now, you know about Lizzo and her drama. I'm not sure the status now. If you guys know the status in the comment section, go ahead and put it in there. If you are in bed or whatever, because it's only 7 where I'm at. It's probably 9, 10, whatever. So put it there in the morning when you wake up, okay? Because I'm not going to look for it after this. After this live show is done, I'm going to bed, okay? I may not go to sleep, but I'm going to bed. So, this is about Beyonce and Lizzo. Considering you guys think I'm a Lizzo whisperer or obsessed, so I'm just going to go ahead and capitalize on that and take the hate and the love somewhere. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of defending myself about this crap. So, someone sent me a video. I received a video from a truth seeker pertaining the drama with Lizzo. I have to tell you guys, I didn't think in a million years that Beyonce had anything to do with Lizzo downfall. I thought it was Lizzo. Then again, I know Tauruses. My daughter is a Taurus. I have Tauruses in my life, so I know how they operate, and I do know when they feel attacked by many people, they go close into themselves, and they become very isolated, and they come withdrawal, and they don't defend themselves anymore. You know, they just become very closed in. You know, like I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know what to say. You know, and I hate that about Tauruses too. I hate that, you know, express it. But that could be the reason why that could be the reason why Lizzo haven't really said too much. And she probably do speculate Beyonce has something to do with this. But she's not going to say anything. I mean, would you say something to Beehive coming at you like some vultures? I mean, they are some obsessed, crazy psychopaths. She already got half of Hollywood with blonde hair now. I mean, these are just celebrities. Think about the fans. They probably got shrines in their closets praying to this freaking girl. Oh, and a young lady who sent me inside details of occults and rituals. Thank you so very much. I was blown away with that very dark information. And I thought I knew about the whole ritual stuff. But apparently I have a lot to learn. And you really opened my eyes. I'm going to do a video about it. I'm not going to put it on the Truth Show because they'll probably shut me down. I have it on my Patreon in about a week. I just need to work out some tweaks and research a little bit more into it. But, whoo, gosh. It makes me look at Beyonce in a whole different light. That was very nightmarish. But thank you. Wow. Wow. Oh, sorry, I have to get back into the story. Okay, so apparently, just here, pay attention to this. Y'all probably already saw this already.
When I was a little girl, all I wanted to see was me in the media. Someone fat like me, black like me, beautiful like me.
ET obtained the 38-page lawsuit filed today. Among the claims, Lizzo, who is known for embracing body positivity, weight shamed the dancers.
Nobody speaks up because they're so scared for their jobs. I was terrified for my job.
Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back.
They say you shouldn't try to meet your celebrity idol because you might find something completely different from the image you had of them. Well, if we're going to go by what's just been reported, that seems to have been the case with Lizzo, as the singer seems to be getting called out on the internet nonstop for her recent appearance in the media. A said appearance involved her allegedly shaming other people about their weight. Yes, you heard right, and it also cut across some other more serious allegations. I have to say, things are not looking too bright for the singer, and to top the disasters in her life up, reports have just revealed that Beyonce has just cut her out of her recent project. Talk about an avalanche of bad news. Anyway, there's more, so stay with me till the end.
I wake up and we dance and we do cardio together, and I go to the gym and I do strength training, and I'm a vegan and I eat kale. I got stamina, bitch.
Lizzo, no doubt, has a barrage of problems currently facing her. I mean, right from working on her reality show going mainstream, all the way to figuring out her next move after her tour. But it seems one of the biggest issues on her mind is the news that just came out of Beyonce's camp involving her. Although we've seen cases of celebrities cutting out an artist from their music because of different reasons, and in most cases those reasons have to do with the influence of that artist on their music. Well, it looks like Beyonce wants her music everywhere, except around Lizzo, as the singer recently made a move that shocked the world. The clear part of Queen Bey's move, though, seems to be that Lizzo brought this upon herself, but it doesn't make Beyonce's move any less shocking. According to reports, Beyonce left out Lizzo's name from the lyrics of her remixed version of Break My Soul, amid claims the singer was in a fix with 3 dancers. The Crazy in Love singer has been performing Break My Soul, the Queen's remix, on her Renaissance tour, in which she lists off a number of boundary-breaking black female artists.
It's fatphobic, and it's racist, and it's hurtful. I'm doing this shit for the big black women in the future who just want to live their lives.
Yet during her performance in Boston, Massachusetts on Tuesday night, Lizzo's name was left out of her performance. The lyric mentioning Lizzo goes, Betty Davis, Solange Knowles, Erykah Badu, Lizzo, Kelly Rowell. You know you can do it. Beyonce's move left fans wondering what could have happened with Lizzo that led to this outburst. As it would turn out, Lizzo just got accused of a slew of illicit and almost illegal actions against her dancers. Fans who attended Beyonce's show have already started talking about the singer taking a stand. One person who seems to believe Beyonce intentionally left out Lizzo's name from her song in light of the recent accusation against her wrote, Beyonce stays on point with the public relations tea and the latest. She does not play. But what exactly did Lizzo do? According to the alleged reports, a whole lot. Lizzo is reported to be currently embroiled in a legal battle after her ex-backup dancers alleged she commented on their weight and pressured one to touch a nude performer in a strip club.
So if there's anything that I can do in my power to ensure that dancers or singers or whoever decides to work with her don't have to go through that same experience, I'm going to do that.
In essence, former dancers are suing the singer for S**joie and racial discrimination, as well as allegedly creating a hostile work environment. Ron Zambrano, the attorney for the dancers, said in a release that the allegations against the Good as Hell singer are stunning in nature, and rightfully so, considering the image she put out of herself.
Sometimes I feel like the world just don't love me back. But a lot of people don't like me because of the way I look.
How Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal, but absolutely demoralizing, Zambrano said. In the suit, filed in Los Angeles Superior Court on Tuesday, plaintiffs Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez claimed they were victims of S**, racial and religious badgering, assault, false imprisonment, and disability discrimination, in addition to other allegations. Lizzo, born Melissa Vivian Jefferson, Big Girl, Big Touring Inc., along with Shirlene Quigley, who is Lizzo's dance team captain and judge on her Amazon series Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls, are named as defendants, though not all the allegations pertain to each of them. These reports essentially state that Lizzo is facing a number of allegations from her former dance team members for the very thing she's claimed to stand against, and shaming their size was just where it began.
I have to admit, this came really conveniently after, the alleged, here's Jaguar. And, Jaguar, she may say some things I question, but a lot of stuff she said gets me thinking, and the timing is crazy. And other information that I'm getting about this Beyonce person, I'll comment later, but just think about all these accusations that you just heard. Now, some of them don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It sounds like they're just patting on stuff to make the case against her more plausible. So, but just pay attention to this.
Jaguar Wright explains artists who praise other artists in the industry. After the video, let me know if you consider it admiration or something else. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments after the video on Jaguar's perspective.
Then Beyonce comes.
Oh, now she was going to be next. Go ahead.
And they walked her in. And then I watched Mary J. fawn over her. She stopped talking. Like this was an event to honor her. And all she could do was sing Beyonce's praises. And how, even though she was a younger artist than her, how she looked up to her and saw her as a role model for all the girls in the business. And how honored she was that Beyonce honored her with her presence to come while she was being honored by Vibe magazine, who she had appeared in more times at that moment than Beyonce. How crazy does that sound?
It was a dancing though. She might have been,
You're being, imagine. I want you to think about what I just said. This is sitting here getting an honor for being the most, written about black woman in Vibe magazine for 10 years, and all you can talk about is the that's coming behind you. You ain't talk about the producers. You didn't talk about the writers. You didn't talk about the team that helped you get there. Your whole fucking speech was about how great Beyonce is. That's when I knew she was picked. But when I think of that speech that day at that Vibe magazine event, and then I think of Lizzo and her acceptance speech when she won Album of the Year and beat Beyonce, the one award she can't win, maybe because you don't put good albums together. Just nice videos and singles. But all that being said, did Lizzo do the same thing?
And lastly, because I feel like there's so many goated artists, this is my last time up here. Beyonce, in the 5th grade, I skipped school to see you perform. My sister, she got me out of school. It was literature, I'm good. And where you at, Beyonce? My eyes are wet. You changed my life. You sang that gospel medley, and the way you made me feel, I was like, I want to make people feel this way with my music. So thank you so much. You clearly are the artist of our lives.
In the middle of her speech, she stopped her acceptance speech to say how she felt bad for winning Album of the Year because Beyonce didn't get it.
Deja vu.
Listen to me. We're talking Mary J. Blige, who came before Beyonce, singing her praises while she's being honored, forgets herself. Talk about this. 20 years later, Lizzo winning the one Beyonce award she can't get. And she stops in the middle of that to say, I feel bad that I won your award.
She may have thought it was shade. Beyonce probably
Tell me
shade.
there's not something off with that. Something's off here. These people are being trained to worship this person, to honor her above themselves. Why? What's special about her?
I can't possibly accept this award, and I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful
I never
and gracious.
understood that either. Why did
my
they do it?
artist of my life is Beyonce, and this album for me, the Lemonade album, was just so monumental. Beyonce, it was so monumental and so well thought out and so beautiful and so.
Let's move on along from that. I don't want to hear that again.
And I always will.
Jaguar Wright explains.
But you get what I'm saying, okay? You get what I'm saying here. So let's think about that for a second, okay? Did Beyonce take that as gratitude, or did she take that as shade? Did she say, is she trying to shade me because she did that? I mean, she didn't do that to Adele. Adele's career was fine. But then again, Adele broke her Grammy. She didn't keep it intact. She broke it. Like, I don't deserve this. So maybe she was like, oh, let's not do it to Adele. Because she broke hers. Lizzo didn't do that. And Lizzo's career was going crazy. They was bringing stuff up from historical archives from hundreds of years ago for her to use it. She was going on, her career was on seriously viral, just rocket. She was in movies. She was everywhere. She was literally the new Monique. I was happy for her. I mean, I thought she was a little bit, too revealing, showing the meat and stuff. But hey, you proud girl, do your thing. Hey, I don't want to see it though, but hey, I'm not going to hate on you. I just don't want to see it. So, you didn't really miss anything, but you can always come back and watch it in the morning, Real McCoy, if you miss anything, okay? I'm sure you can go back and watch it again. All right, but yes, I am wondering if Beyonce Camp has something to do with Lizzo. I mean, if anyone who can plant, if they can plant information in these girls and Lizzo Camp to say these crazy, obscene things, saying, okay, she was racist. How the hell is she racist toward her own race? Why would she talk about fat people when she herself is a heavy person? Some of the claims were ridiculous. Okay? They freaking ridiculous. I'm going to call you fat when I'm fat. I'm going to talk about your race when I'm black. What the hell? I mean, seriously? So I just thought some of these claims were crazy. I think whoever in Beyonce's camp, I don't know if Beyonce told them to do this. I have no idea. But all I'm thinking is that someone in her camp may have seriously blacklisted or sabotaged Lizzo's career by making her seem fake, cocky, arrogant about her weight. They wanted to attack her in the midst and in the core key ingredient of what she stands for. So they had these damn girls who probably were paid to say, I want you to go in and say she was mean to you, because Lizzo was known to be really cool. All the tourists I know are very cool. They are very nice people. They may be off and reserved, but they are very sweet people. So I don't know what this mean crap comes from. They may be foodies, but they are very nice people. Okay? So I don't know where this comes from. I thought that was really strange too. And then they was like, okay, not only is she talking about fat people, let's also say that she's doing some sexual remarks too. Let's throw that in there too. Matter of fact, let's destroy her own paragon and what she stands for. Because how dare she stand up there and say, I know this is the album you always wanted, you was my inspiration. Was she trying to throw that in my face? I mean, because we all know that Beyonce wanted the album of the year for so freaking long. To the point where she recorded a country album to go head against freaking Taylor Swift. But her country album, it was great. Yes, it was. But Taylor Swift is still outranking her. How, I have no idea. But whatever. I'm just saying. If I had to pick albums, I would probably pick Beyonce, and that's no shade. I'm just saying. Whatever. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I feel that Beyonce won the album of the year. Even though she got a million other awards, she won the album of the year so bad. And when she was over overlooked by newcomer Lizzo that pissed her off. And when Lizzo get up there and start talking crap, she didn't take it as gratitude. She took it as shade. Or maybe Jay-Z took it as shade. So they played these two little lying girls probably in her camp to lie. Okay? To destroy her. And her career has been bad ever since. Now she known as the fake, the mean, the arrogant, the racist, which is ironic because these are colored girls. So I don't know where the claims are ridiculous. They got this bull crappy lawyer to say these little crazy things. So we are thinking all of these years, and I was talking to my daughter about this, I said all these years we are thinking that Beyonce was corrupted by Jay-Z. Her attitude changed by Jay-Z. She became a little bit careless. She became arrogant. She became cocky. She became flossy. Maybe that's what she already was, and Jay-Z brought that out of her. Maybe she was already that kind of person. We all seen the clips of how she used to shade her other former group members. Maybe she is a cocky, arrogant, snooty, would seriously just destroy you behind your back kind of girl. I don't really know. I have no idea. I think we need to stop seeing people with these halos because that's what we feel they are when they actually not. And you gotta be realistic to think that those girls came at a really opportune time shortly after Lizzo won the album of the year, and now they're making sure she never won another album of the year since. Is that a coincidence? Or did someone in Beyonce camp, then take her little gratitude as gratitude and took it as shade? And they made sure she stayed back and never ever win the album of the year. So if conveniently Beyonce wins the album of the year, the next Grammy Awards, and conveniently something happened or some crazy rumor just suddenly falls in Taylor Swift's lap that prevent her from getting the album of the year, I want y'all to replay this damn video. And you be like, oh my gosh, Keisha on the Truth Show, she said this. Let's just see, because right now, you understand about things about people about Beyonce and Jay-Z. They hop on people's limelight, and I said this before. Whoever limelight is great at the moment, they're going to hop on it. They're going to bank on it. Remember Lady Gaga, her limelight was pretty bright. She wanted to do an album with Lady Gaga. Sierra was doing her thing. She wanted to do an album with Sierra, but Sierra ended up going on tour with her husband. Not Beyonce. But Beyonce did steal some of her moves, and I Am the Whatever tour, that little Matrix move, she stole that move. But she went on, I think, 106 in Park and say, oh my gosh, I love Sierra, I love her moves, Even though Sierra was pretty much surely going on tour with her boyfriend at the time. You hardly ever see those two together. Is that a convenient? I don't know. Probably not. Okay? So, let's just think about that for a second here. Are we seeing this woman as this paragon? Now, remember, we have Simone, the Olympic star, who's literally everywhere. Who suddenly want to bank on that limelight? When Serena Williams was doing her comeback tennis thing after getting married and having a baby, she comes back. Who's in the stands through that fame? Who want to get a little bank off that fame in the stands? We have Beyonce. She's in the stands now. Serena Williams' tennis career has never been the same. We have literally essence stealers, essence swipes, destiny swipes. I talked about that in my last video. Serena's getting blonde hair now. She's looking like whoever she's looking like. I don't know what the hell she's doing herself these days. But we can pretty much agree that her career has never been the same. We have Simone Biles breaking records left and right. Now who's suddenly coming with the U.S. supporting Are we going to start seeing Simone Biles' career suddenly descend? That she's going to start getting hurt and have to be out now? I mean, what's going to happen? I don't know. Things are too convenient here. These limelight, they hop on people's limelights. That's what they do. Anyone's coming up and hopping on line, I'm praying they don't go toward Meghan and Harry. McGarry's, I call them McGarry. I hope they don't go in there and screw up their limelight because that's what they do. But right now, they're in luck because, believe it or not, Kamala Harris is a huge fan of Beyonce and she's using all her music for her theme songs. So if I was Beyonce, stay out of these young kids and just go ahead and jump on the new female president limelight and go ahead and jump on that. Okay, we don't need you to try to jump on Simone Biles and if she start hurting her knee or ankle or butt, finger, whatever it is, because no, we don't need that. Just no. No. Go to Kamala and, yeah, do some promoting of her presidency. Yeah, do that. That's what we want her to do. Because I don't want Simone Biles' career to start going descending down like anyone else she touches. We don't need that. We don't need that. So, yeah. But we're talking about Beyonce here. So, I don't really know. All I'm saying is we need to start opening our eyes and stop idolizing these people because we don't know who these people are. Some people are who are not what they seem. Some couples are together because they probably got more in common than you think. We all thinking that Jay-Z is corrupting her. No, they could be seriously two of a feather. Birds of a feather flock together. They could be seriously the same kind of people. Arrogant, cocky, flossy, conceited, bougie. They probably have a lot in common that we just don't know. And now they're together. So they are probably more than likely perfect for one another. And that's why they're still together. And we just need to accept that. Okay? And I'm going to be done with this video. It's getting late. Thank you, Real McCoy. Let me just read some of your comments and I'm going to head out here. Yes, she is. She is. You said he used to hop on feathers with great upcoming. Yeah, I know. They always do that. It's so annoying. Then their careers start fading sometimes. Just, it's so weird how that happens. But anyway. Yeah. She acting like him, or was she already like that? Did he just bring her true self out? We need to start thinking like that and stop saying Jay-Z corrupted her. She could have already been corrupted. She just needed a reason to show her corruptness, okay? I mean, just saying. No one could be that influenced. It's not that serious. Either you was or you wasn't. If she wasn't like that, we would have saw her real self bounce here and there throughout her career. And it just seemed to get worse and worse and worse. So therefore, she was already like that already. She seemed very comfortable in her skin right now. Just saying. Just accept this is how she is. This is who she is. And just call it a day. Maybe she did sabotage Lizzo's career because she felt shaded. That girl want that album of the year so freaking bad it's ridiculous. I would just give it to her so she can shut the fuck up. Like, here, take your damn album of the year and leave me alone. Just give it to her. Damn. If I was Taylor Swift, I would call and be like, look, just take this album of the year. Don't give me the album of the year. I don't want it this year. Give it to Beyonce because I don't want to deal with this crap with her anymore. I don't want it. Matter of fact, leave me out of the list of album of the year. I don't want to be in it anymore. That's what I would say. Screw it. Fuck that. I would be Rosie O'Donnell and Bill Cosby when it comes to awards. Like, leave me out of this category. Because I don't want to get corrupted and career ruined or dead by some crazy psycho narcissistic, I need everything, everyone love me kind of. I don't want that. Just leave me out of it. Just give it to her. Leave me out of it. O-U-T of it. That's what I would say. Yes, I know. The video that I got coming up is on my Patreon is very... Anyway, I'm out of here. It's getting late, you guys. Thanks for staying throughout the duration of this video. Stay tuned for my other dark video that's going to be on my Patreon. You guys have a wonderful night. Sorry to be waking you up this late, people. Thank you. Good night.